Do y'all know Coworker music?
I'm the Grinch, I'm the Grinch, I'm the Grinch, I'm the Grinch, ain't a mean one.
Basically, it's a meme phrase going around to describe music either so generic and mindless you can only imagine hearing it at work, or so cringeworthy and lacking in self-awareness as to be shocking. Pretty much just music that makes you ask, how could a human being with thoughts and opinions listen to or create this? A question I find equally applicable to a new term I want to coin today, Coworker anime. What is this, you may ask? Well, allow me to put you inside my shoes for a moment. I get ready for work after a day of total BS. I'm exhausted and want to swerve off a cliff, but I fight off those demons and arrive at the scorching hell pit they called pizza. All to be brutally reminded by a coworker that Rod Wave is indeed still making music.
Heart been broke so many.
And then, and I'm serious about this, I'm so serious that I have to cut the live action here. My coworker, in real life, actually recommended that I watch my Isekai life. Now, I'm pretty happy to talk about anime in general, and I wasn't a judgmental jerk about it, of course. I heard him out and feigned interest, but it was a bit of a bleak conversation. Why? Because I hate Isekai. The sky is also blue. If you somehow aren't aware, the modern anime landscape has been very much overrun by these usually terrible shows. They oftentimes have no budget, tropey self-insert protagonists, and are so difficult to tell apart that they have to specify in the title which one they even are. Make no mistake, anime has also been infected by a rise in unrelated slop from a few other genres, but Isekai is the stinkiest and most prolific of the bunch, with around 20% of this current season's anime being listed as such. It's no mystery that a great portion of the population appears to only have around 3 to 5 thoughts per week, but I am always baffled imagining what kind of person even finds this stuff, watches it, and perpetuates its existence. What kind of person is actually over here clamoring about how underrated Loner Life in Another World is in the OP comment section? To put it simply, it's my coworkers. Or, according to the memes going around, our coworkers. But why is this such a common experience? Well, for one thing, workplaces are the only spot it seems modern youth socialize in outside of delicately curated online circles of other people just like them. It brings people with vastly different interests together who wouldn't otherwise hang out, which is actually kind of a cool thing. On top of this, we live in a glorious age where anyone can try their hands at making anything they want, resulting in some admittedly great stuff. But mostly a sea of horse crap. This point about accessibility doesn't really apply to anime so well though. It's actually quite hard to get a team together and get an anime made. Hilariously hard, in fact. So let me key on the 2 types of coworker music I mentioned at the beginning of this video. 1. Music excessively soulless and safe, which caters to a corporate environment. This kind of thing is soul-crushing because it represents an uncanny veneer of personality set up by a corporation that wants nothing more than to strip you of your personhood and rob you for everything you own. And 2. Music that's just so weird and off-putting that you can't imagine anybody actually enjoying it, but inexplicably your coworker recommends it as fire, and you realize that there's somehow a market for something that you find extremely dumb. Bad anime almost exclusively falls into this latter category. The industry is saturated. Like 4 types of anime get greenlit every season, and they're all so very weird. You cannot show a normal person, recently my sister is unusual? They will make fun of you and be weirded out. Hell, I will make fun of you and be weirded out, and I'm a gay loser. Peep the channel. Make no mistake, I'm also going to silently judge them for telling me how into John Wick they are, but let me throw some nuance into this dumb topic. There is more to someone than just their tastes. People might like what you see as crappy music and crappy anime made for robots, but that doesn't really make them a robot at all. It's unwise to write someone off as an NPC for their taste in media alone, because they may have specific reasons for appreciating it you'd never considered, and more importantly, not everybody spends their time perfecting their favorite shows list. I bet you anything that Einstein and Stephen Hawking were jamming out to crappy ragtime music and watching Yake Bancho or whatever the new hot anime was at the time, just like everybody else, when they were definitely both alive at the same time. Don't look it up. But they're still deeply fascinating and insightful people, of course. My poorly communicated point here is that what you like is not the bottom line of who you are, and I think there's a somewhat toxic culture of acting like it is, using media you like as a way to express your culture and intelligence. Truth is, though, I know a lot of people who love Umineko, but very few for the same reasons I do. And honestly, if all you're looking for is a bunch of people who think exactly like you do, I say you're barking up the wrong tree anyways. Diversity is the spice of life. That being said, there is too much garbage out there right now, and I don't think you should be walking on eggshells about it. I'm under no delusions that the things I'm into aren't probably dumb and silly as well, but I personally want to see the anime landscape evolve into something more interesting again. Because right now it's about as thoughtful and original as the modern podcasting landscape, which I could go on about for hours. In fact, check out this clip from my second channel, Anime Podcasts, talking about it. So have you heard the theory about podcast co-hosts? Yeah, they say if you get a podcast co-host to just sit there and nod at everything you say, it actually makes your arguments sound more legitimate to your young and impressionable audience.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, no, that's you. You're that guy. And in fact, this is all just an amusing comparison to show my viewers how vapid I think anime is right now. So technically, you're not even real. Yeah, I'm in full control. I basically own you. Your body.
Yes.
I don't like myself at all. Yeah, that's how bad I think anime is, or whatever point I was... What point was I making? Alright, it's not all doom and gloom, though. Dawn to Dawn, Dungeon Meshi, Train to the End of the World, One Piece Fan Letter, Garden of Remembrance, amazing anime came out last year. But I think you all know that. I've spent a lot of time dumping on Coworker anime because it airs on the cynical corporate side of things, but let me put you on that good Coworker anime. That stuff that's made by 1 to 5 indie animators and is the most inventive shit you've ever seen. I've spent a lot of time watching anime shorts recently, and I just need to put y'all on. Please watch Kamigoroshi Prologue, Sewing Love, that one Tame Impala music video. It's just all so shockingly good. My favorite part about these little things is that they're made by everyday people like you and me. People who could be your coworker for all you know. Not huge teams of overworked, underpaid, emaciated corpses. These shows remind me that for every coworker I have showing me Johnny Got a Bone to Pick or Rent a Girlfriend, I have one who's making sick art or has a dope history online. We live in an age of unprecedented slop, and I think we should fight that and point out when stuff sucks. With that being said, even really cool, smart people are susceptible to the wretched maws of trash entertainment, and if they like it, who cares? I say don't judge anyone too harshly without getting to know them. After all, as much as we want to be individuals, we and our coworkers all ended up in the same spot and are probably more alike than we are different anyways. I've seen some really bad isekai though, y'all. I totally get it.
Water, ice, salt, hey, water.
No way he just put in a
Water.
reference in there. Yeah, man, my
Ice,
fans, my
salt.
fans are going, man, I love this reference.
Wow.
Bruh.
Bro.
They gonna a water balloon?
Man,
Water.
what do they say?
Dang!
Man, I should do voice acting
A water
like the dub version in the future.
Boil